She's dead. She ain't making it. She's done. She wouldn't drink water. She won't drink for me. She won't do anything for me. I've given her water. She's had water. She just don't have no life in her, man. She's dying on me. She won't drink for me, and if I give her more water, I'm just gonna choke her. She won't take it down. It's just gonna sit in her lungs, and she's gonna die of drown. I'm gonna drown her. So I don't want to drown her, you know. She's done, man. She's dead. I love you, Luvia. The cold they have is just too much. Whatever they had was really sick, and it was too late. So I'm down to one. Mentora. I have one cat. Out of 12, I was only able to save one. It's fucked up. I gotta put her outside before her bladder opens up on my bed. She's done. I knew it. I knew it this morning. I woke up this morning and I could tell she was gonna die. I knew it. So now I'm down to one cat. So Mentora is the only cat that survived, and I'm hoping she pulls through. It's fucking me up, man. I'm telling you, dude. All because old man wants to feed the cats, man. He won't stop feeding them, man. This is fucking me up, man. I'm thankful I have training in this, man. Come here, babies. Lord Heavenly Father, we thank you for this kitten and this love today. I'm thankful that you allowed me to take care of this animal and give it love. The animal knew love. So she purred, and she got a lot of love from me before she passed away. So she knew what love was. She knows. She knew that someone cared about her. She knew it. She looked at me this morning when I gave her the peanut butter. She looked at me. I knew she was dead. I knew it. She looked at me and she said, "I'm done. I can't do this no more. Why are you torturing me? Why are you prolonging this?" She looked at me like I was evil. And I said sorry, and I kissed her on the forehead, and I told her, that I love her and that her sister will be taken well care of. So now I got one cat, which is Mentora, which is Storm, which I think is funny. The name is fitting for what is about to happen. So, Stormy. Hey, Storm. What's up, Storm? See, she's right awake. She's ready. She ready. Hey, Stormy. I just got her wet because she don't stop eating. She don't know how to stop eating. She gorges. And, she gets the food all over her fur, all over her nose, and it was all caked and hardened, so. What's up, girl? Yeah, you're the only one left. Down to one kitty. Out of 12 cats. Well, there's two. There's two left. There's two. One, the kid has one, so out of 12 cats, there's 3 alive. Still. I have one. Mentora. Hey, baby girl. Yeah. Come on. We're going. Now that she's by herself, and I know she follows me everywhere, I don't have to worry no more. That's the only good thing about Luvia being gone. I don't have to worry about cats dying on me. I can actually function now. I can actually get back to doing what it is I was doing, because she will learn fast. She's already following me. She's picking up fast. She knows who I am. She's full of energy too, which I need. So she's gonna be a good cat. She's exactly the personality I need to train, to follow me, to train like a doggy. Yeah, what's up, baby? Hi. I gotta go get treats today. Dude, it's fucking me up. Luvia's gone, man. I liked Luvia a lot. Her personality was great. Her personality, though, wouldn't have traveled, though. She wouldn't follow me everywhere like Tormenta. Tormenta is the kitty that, this is the personality kind of cat you need, when it comes to that type of stuff. The stuff I'm attempting to do for the channel, to show everyone. So, yeah. She's doing good. I'm happy that she's the only one that is pulled out of the sickness fast. And it's because she's eating, though. The rest of them won't eat. And, you know, I can only squeegee so much stuff in their mouth, you know what I mean? They start choking on it. So you can't force it. And then my fingers are raw from them biting down. And then when you do that, you're torturing them. They see it as a sign of you're hurting them. So it kind of ruins your relationship with them when you're bottle feeding them like that. And I don't have a bottle or a nipple, so. But God also knows I wouldn't be able to handle 2 cats and 3 cats right now. Everything like traveling and stuff. One is gonna be enough. One is already enough. Mentora. Alright, so I'll go ahead and just read off. So I want to smoke, which I need to. I got everything out, but I'm gonna go ahead and read. It says, tear down this temple. This is where we started off yesterday, you know. Tear down this temple. I didn't really finish it, but I'm just gonna read it and then I'll go over it. It says, tear down this temple. When the Passover feast, celebrated each spring by the Jews, was about to take place, Jesus traveled up to Jerusalem. So Jesus knew spring was coming, that he was about to go see everyone. He found the temple teeming with people selling cattle and sheep and doves. The loan sharks were also there, full in strength. Jesus put together a whip out of strips of leather and chased them out of the temple, stampeding the sheep and cattle, upending the tables of the loan sharks, spilling coins left and right. He told the dove merchants, "Get your things out of here. Stop turning my Father's house into a shopping mall." That's when his disciples remembered the scripture, "Zeal for your house consumes me." But the Jews were upset. They asked, "What credentials can you present to justify this behavior?" Jesus answered, "Tear down this temple, and in 3 days I'll put it back together." They were indignant. "It took 46 years to build this temple, and you're going to rebuild it in 3 days?" But Jesus wasn't talking about his body as the temple. Jesus was talking about his body as the temple of the church. He was trying to tell people the church isn't the temple, you are the temple. Later, after he was raised from the dead, his disciples remembered he had said this. They then put two and two together and believed both what was written in Scripture and what Jesus had said to them. During the time he was in Jerusalem, those days of the Passover feast, many people noticed the signs he was displaying, and seeing they pointed straight to God, and trusted their lives to him, and entrusted their lives to him. But Jesus didn't entrust his life to them. He knew them inside and out, knew how untrustworthy they were. He didn't need any help in seeing right through them. That's another thing is these people, you allow in your life, you know who it is and who isn't going to be there for you. Watch what you say around those people. Do not tell them what it is you're doing because they don't need to know about your money. They don't need to know about your business or what your day-to-day basis, because as soon as you tell them those things, they're going to plot and scheme and think of ways to get over on you. And it isn't them that's doing it. It's the evil one. The evil one is in their head. So technically it is them doing it because they're allowing them to do it. They're allowing the evil one to control them because they're giving into that temptation. Therefore, it is their fault. All right, so it says, born from above. It says, chapter 3 of John. There was a man of the Pharisee sect, Nicodemus, a prominent leader who among the Jews, late one night, he visited Jesus and said, Teacher, we all know you're a teacher straight from God. No one could do all the God-pointing, God-revealing acts you do if God weren't in on it. Jesus said, You're absolutely right. Take it from me. Unless a person is born from above, it's not possible to see what I'm pointing to God's kingdom. That's true. You can't. My dad left me because he couldn't see the truth. He couldn't see with his heart. He could only see with his eyes. He only believed what he could see physically. He didn't believe that the world was, He doesn't even know half the stuff that's going on. He has no idea about technology. He doesn't even use a phone. He doesn't want a phone. He doesn't know how to use Facebook or anything like that. So all this stuff I'm talking about, he thinks I'm just stupid or crazy. No, you're crazy and stupid. Get the fuck out of my life. And if that's you, I'm going to blow your shit back. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to blow you the fuck back. Because you're ignorant and you're keeping me from getting to where I got to go. So it says, Nicodemus said, yeah, I know for a fact you got God with you. So it says, how can anyone, said Nicodemus, be born who has already been born and grown up? You can't re-enter your mother's womb and be born again. What are you saying with this born from above talk? Jesus said, you're not listening, bro. Let me say it again. Unless a person submits to this original creation, the wind hovering over the water creation, the invisible moving, the visible, a baptism into a new life rewashed, it's not possible to enter God's kingdom. It's not. When you look at a baby, it's just that a body you can look at and touch. But the person who takes shape within is formed by something you can't see and touch, the spirit. And becomes a living spirit. The baby becomes a living spirit. So don't be surprised when I tell you that you have to be born from above, out of this world, so to speak. You know well enough how the wind blows this way and that. You hear it rustling through the trees, but you have no idea where it comes from or where it is headed out or where it's going to next. That's the way it is with everyone born from above by the wind of God, the Spirit of God. That's why I try to say, be careful what you pray for. I don't know where it is that I'm going. I know what it is I'm doing. I know where it is I'm going to be sailing. But God, listen, when you're born into God's kingdom, you have no idea what is about to happen. Your world gets flipped upside down. He picks you up by the feet and shakes your pockets out. All that dumb bullshit you've been carrying with you, all those bad beliefs and fucking ideas and, all these plots and schemes that you think are going to make you rich or make you successful or make you happy, throw that shit right out the window. And all that stuff is irrelevant. The only thing that God's going to use that stuff for is if it's passion, if it's a gift that you have been given from him, that he knows he can use you to accomplish his goal, which is to make him known, then he will use that. But everything else, it's gone. It's trash. So it says, Nicodemus asked, what do you mean by this? How does this happen? Jesus said, you're a respected teacher of Israel, and you don't know these basics? Listen carefully. I'm speaking sober truth to you. I speak only of what I know by experience. I give witness only to what I have seen with my own eyes, same as me. There is nothing secondhand here, no hearsay. Yet instead of facing the evidence and accepting it, you procrastinate with questions. If I tell you things that are plain as the hand before your face and you don't believe me, what use is there in telling you of the things you can't see, the things of God? If you can't believe me and what it is I'm saying to you now, what retrospect is telling you now, what makes you think that you're going to be able to believe heavenly things, when Jesus tells you heavenly things? You can't understand the body of the heavens if you can't simply understand and figure out the simple mechanics of the earth, which is natural law, karmic law. Alright, it says, no one has ever gone up into the presence of God except the one who came down from that presence, Jesus, the Son of Man. In the same way that Moses lifted the serpent in the desert so people could have something to see and then believe, it is necessary for the Son of Man to be lifted up, and everyone who looks up to him, trusting and expectant, will gain a real life and eternal life, which is true. You lay your life at the altar every day. You sacrifice yourself every day for Jesus. I give myself to Jesus every day. I help other people when they are in need because of Jesus, not because of me, because if I did it because of me, they wouldn't get it. They wouldn't. I would keep it for myself. But that's why Jesus tells me to do these things. It says, this is how much God loved the world. He gave his son, his one and only son, and this is why, so that no one need to be destroyed. By believing in him, anyone can have a whole and lasting life. God didn't go to all the trouble of sending his son merely to point an accusing finger, telling the world how bad it was. He came to help, to put the world right again. Anyone who trusts in him is acquitted. Anyone who refuses to trust in him has long since been under the death sentence without knowing it. And why? Because of that person's failure to believe in the one-of-a-kind Son of God when introduced to him. This is the crisis we're in. God, light streamed into the world, but men and women everywhere ran for the darkness. They went for the darkness because they were not really interested in pleasing God. Everyone who makes a practice of doing evil, addicted to denial and illusion, hates Godlight and won't come near it, fearing a painful exposure. But anyone working and living in truth and reality welcomes Godlight so the work can be seen for the God work it is. And this is why everybody ran. Everybody went out of my life, Then I'm going to read the bridegroom's friend. It says, after this conversation, Jesus went on with his disciples into the Judean countryside and relaxed with them there. Spiritual retreat, just, help people. He was also baptizing. At the same time, John was baptizing over at the Aenon near Salem, where water was abundant. This was before John was thrown into jail. John's disciples got into an argument with the establishment Jews over the nature of baptism. They came to John and said, Rabbi, you know the one who was with you on the other side of the Jordan, the one you authorized with your witness. Well, he's now competing with us. He's baptizing too, and everyone's going to him instead of us. Stupid. John answered, it's not possible for a person to succeed. I'm talking about eternal success without heaven's help. You yourselves were there when I made it public that I was not the Messiah, but simply the one sent ahead of him to get things ready. The one who gets the bride is, by definition, the bridegroom. And the bridegroom's friend, his best man, that's me, and placed at his side where he can hear every word, is genuinely happy. How could he be jealous when he knows that the wedding is finished and the marriage is off to a good start? That's why my cup is running over. This is the assigned moment for him to move into the center while I slip off into the sidelines. The one who comes from above is ahead and shoulders over other messengers from God. The earth-born is earthbound and speaks earth language. The heaven-born is in a league of his own. He sets out the evidence of what he saw and heard in heaven. No one wants to deal with these facts, but anyone who examines this evidence will come to stake his life on this, that God himself is the truth. The one that God sent speaks God's words, and don't think he rations out the Spirit in bits and pieces. The Father loves the Son extravagantly. He turned everything over to him so he could give it away, a lavish distribution of gifts. That is why whoever accepts and trusts the Son gets in on everything, life complete and forever. And that is also why this person who avoids and distrusts the Son is in the dark and doesn't see life. All he experiences of God is darkness, and angry darkness at that. That's why I said, when you see light, other people see darkness. You don't know if that person is meant to ride the darkness or meant to ride the light. That's why God takes people out, people that are ODing and stuff like that and stuff. God knows that they're going to continue to serve evil. That's why God takes them. God doesn't want them to serve evil. God says, okay, now I know I need you now. You're more worth you're worth more to me sleeping than when I can come get you. They're already saved. Listen, man, everybody's already saved. Everybody's already saved. All they got to do is accept. There's nothing that you can do to be saved other than believe. There's nothing that you can do physically to be saved. So, therefore, everyone that has already passed away is already saved. God, listen, man, God gave us a way in. God got to give us a way out. It's facts. Mentora. Can't believe I'm down to one cat. Should be fine. It's from yesterday, so. She'll eat that whole thing if I don't take it from her. God knew. God took that other cat. I'm telling you, God took that other cat. And God took Luvia from me. God knew I wouldn't be able to handle 2 cats on the road. I wouldn't be able to handle 2 cats on the road. And Luvia, her personality wouldn't have survived. And they would have all died anyways. You know what I'm saying? This one would have been too. God knew that. God knew that. God knew that I was only going to be able to save one of them. That's why I only have one. And God knew. I even told God, like, I don't know what to do with all these cats. God took them, man. God said, they're coming with me. They're going back home. They're going home with him. They're back home. You're gonna fall over, dork. You're gonna fall off the porch, dummy. Mentora. Baby girl. That's my girl. Yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl, yeah. That's my kitty. Oh, she reminds me of a princess, too. That's what's crazy. She's very close to Princess, like the color and everything. Princess had more gray in her, but... Drink the water, please. Drink as much water as you can, please. On your own, too. That's half the battle, is getting the cats to eat and drink on their own. That's why this one is alive, because it eats and drinks on its own. Well, at least the other cats didn't die in pain. That's all I could say. You know, it cost me money, and fucking money I didn't have. But, what can you do? I'm gonna roll this back up. I still got a piece of bread. I ate half of this, so that's all I've had today is peanut butter jelly. That's all I really want right this second. Roll that back up. Gotta do dishes. Gotta get some groceries. I hope some stuff sells today. I really do. I went through the truck. I relisted the trans. So the trans diff transfer case, I relisted for $1,500. I told them take the transfer case diff. You get the frame and cap, $1,500 firm. I have the title. Come and get it. I'm going a different route with the trans. I'm keeping the LS. I'm just gonna stick a manifold on there and find a fuel injection carb or something, and then I'm buying a TH350 or a Turbo 400. That's what's going in this truck. Cause then I can just buy a lift pump and a couple gauges. I'm good to go, man. I'm serious. The truck will be solid as rock, and I'll be able to beat the piss out of it. And if I put a Turbo 400 or a TH350 transmission in there, I can rebuild the trans for $300-400 and have a racing trans. That's what I was planning on doing in the first place. You know, don't get me wrong, the 4L80E would be nice. You know, I would be able to tune it and have, you know, shift points, and, you know, I'd be able to do all that stuff. But that's later on the road, man. You know, once I get the sailboat and I find a little piece of property with like a little barn, where I can have my little loft and like a barn where I can work out of it. Because I'm gonna be looking for some property where I have access to the ocean or a channel or a river that comes in off of the Gulf, that goes in, so that's going to be, one of my point of references, my point of pickups, for customers and stuff, Customers will be meeting at that place, you know what I mean, and waiting for me, you know what I mean, or arriving that day that we sail out, so it's a very important that this place is well picked and suited for what it is that I need to do. Man, where you fell? She just fell down the steps. What, girl? I know, baby. She wants to go everywhere I go, which is fine. She gotta travel twice the distance. Let go, dork. Let go. Dork, let go. Thank you. Oh, come on. So, I gotta get rid of it. That's all I know. I gotta get rid of it. Mentora, I know you want to go everywhere I go. I know. I knew she'd be a good cat. Come on. Come on, Mentora. Come on. Come on. We got stuff to do, baby. We got stuff to do, girl. Come on. Come on. Yeah, we got a long walk, girl. She's like, no, I'm not doing this. Oh, come on. What knocked over? I knew something knocked over. It's this wind. Nice. You broke my lamp. Ah, shit. My lamp fell over from the wind, knocked over fucking my camping lantern, which I don't even want to sell this. I want to keep this, for my sailboat. I might keep it. It's a propane lantern, All this stuff, you can't replace some of this stuff, This stuff is old. What are you doing, Mentora? You think you can just go wherever you want, huh? Yeah? You think you own the place? Come on. Come on. Let's go in the house. Come on. Come on. Hey, let's go. Mentora, come on. Let's go, girl. Come on. Good girl. Let's go up here. In the house. Come on. Come on. Hey. Come on. She smells food. That's how you gotta do it, man, slowly every day by day. No, she's fine there. That's what she wants, she's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and smoke, man, and get going. I'm gonna try. I gotta start posting this stuff, more posts on Facebook. That's what I'm working on. We'll read some more today, and I gotta start cleaning. But I'm getting messages on Facebook, so I gotta check these messages. That's money. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll let you guys know what happens.